Ladies and gentlemen, I'd like to introduce you to the fantastic high school student-run volunteer income tax assistance site at Long Beach Polytechnic High School, home of the Jackrabbits.
Long Beach Polytechnic High School is more than just a school. It is a community institution with a storied past and a dynamic present. When we started our program 4 years ago, we simply wanted to offer people a place to do their taxes. But as our site has grown, so have our goals, and we feel we are well on our way to offering the community a variety of services while offering our students an amazing educational opportunity.
And here is Mr. Dan Adler, the founder of the site, explaining how it began.
I first heard about the Vita program when I took my students to a business plan writing competition at UCLA. There I met a woman from Santa Barbara High School who had had a very successful ROP-based program at her school. So I visited her, saw what she did, and thought, this is the greatest thing I've ever seen. And since it started, I have to admit, it is the greatest thing that I've ever seen in high school.
We started out in my classroom with 4 borrowed laptops from the IRS and a sometimes functional printer. That month was one of the most stressful months of my life as we welcomed our first clients and started to develop a program.
And the process of starting the program had to do with a lot of bureaucratic things, such as dealing first with our approval from on-site principals. We had fantastic principals at the time who were bought into the site immediately, and they themselves pushed it through the higher levels of the district so that I would not have to deal with any of those issues. We got together and I took some training courses through the IRS and the FTB, and then I began to train my own volunteers. We advertised in the school newspaper and on our website to get the word out. We passed out a few flyers in the neighborhood and in a couple of organizations, and we were ready to go. And then we had to recruit students. Now originally we recruited students directly out of my economics class. But after a year, people began to really enjoy the program, and there was pressure to create a personal finance class where students who had been in economics took personal finance so that they could participate for a second year. And now we have students from a large number of classes: economics, government, math, and many students that come from other teachers. I'm going to talk a little bit about how we got certified.
From our humble beginnings with the 4 laptops, and after bouncing around a couple of labs in the last 2 years, we are now housed in room 901 in this state-of-the-art Mac lab, where we've been able to move our training away from Long Beach City College and into our own school.
Before and after school, where we would come in and do trainings in our lab, and since we did it last year, we passed the tests early and just walked around and helping people, making sure they understood not only the content, but how to do every step. When we first opened, we had newer members shadow experienced prepare so that they could learn how to do an actual tax return.
The benefits of Long Beach Poly Vita are manifold. They benefit our clients through free tax returns. They benefit our students through education, through learning about the world, and for intermingling with clients and the community. It benefits our community because it brings our neighborhood closer to the school and creates a more powerful bond between our community and our schools. And lastly, I believe it leaves a lasting impression and impact on our volunteers, because I speak to many of them over the years and I hear a lot of stories.
So I interviewed for University of Pennsylvania, and Vita was a topic we talked about a lot, and the interviewer was super impressed that we were actually able to prepare real tax returns, and I ended up getting into UPenn.
Hi, my name is Travis Sosa. I worked at Long Beach Poly Vita during my junior and senior years of high school. Overall, it was just an amazing experience for me. Not only did I feel like I was really helping these people in my community that I cared about, but I was also learning a lot about taxes and just how to deal with people on the professional level. It also gave me something to write about when it came to college applications. I feel my experiences and stories that I share at Long Beach Poly Vita is a large part of why I'm here today at Stanford.
Vita was really important for my daughter. She really learned the true value of community service. It also helped her really want to learn how to speak Spanish. It further developed her passion in econ, and really even helped her get jobs. She was able to put it on her resume for future jobs. So it's really impactful for her.
Long Beach Poly Vita also builds community.
I remember having this one client, and after going through her tax years for 2012, 2013, 2014, and 2015, she gave me a card and she said, "This is my address and this is my phone number. I want to be invited to your graduation and I want to buy you a gift because I want to see you succeed." And I just remember being so shocked and so happy to realize that I had made such a valuable connection with this woman, and that she almost viewed me like a daughter or like a really good friend. And I loved that experience.
At Vita, not only do we do taxes, we also form relationships with every single one of our clients, relationships that bring them back the next year. We become aware of the difficulties that individuals and families face in our communities, that they actually live paycheck to paycheck. People are actually struggling to pay their rent, to support their families. And so it's an eye-opening experience. Not only is it an educational experience, it's a emotional and personal experience where you realize that there's much more than the little bubble that you live in.
And we're worried about our Long Beach Poly Vita, and we speak a lot about how we can build our future. And the ideas we have is partnering with an educational institution, one that develops financial literacy, working with a local credit union to offer more services to our clients, offering expanded services such as California Care and MyIRA, and building our client base through more advertising and partnerships, improving accuracy, which is a goal every year, and lastly, figuring out how to create a long-term, self-sustaining program that's not dependent on just a couple of people. Our first outreach has been with the California Council for Economics Education.
The student-run Vita site at Long Beach Poly High School is a significant achievement. It provides a wonderful service for the community in the form of free tax return filings for low-income individuals, but more importantly, it gives students an opportunity to develop their workforce skills and learn financial literacy in the process. The California Council on Economic Education is pleased to support the Vita site and is pleased with the results, both in terms of the returns and the benefit to the community, as well as the growth offered to the students.
And in terms of making a long-term plan, we have two of our staff working on a long-term future financial goals.
Hi, I'm Matt. I'm Eamon, and we're juniors here at Long Beach Poly. Okay, so we are trying to establish the Long Beach Poly Financial Assistance Center. It's going to include Vita. We're going to do healthcare for people through Covered California. And we're going to try and provide financial literacy workshops. So we need to file a corporation with the state, which we've begun work on, and then we're going to file as a nonprofit corporation, 501c3 status. We're looking for individuals to donate. So you can be a member of our nonprofit corporation by donating $15 a year. And that's enough to cover pretty much one tax return.
And we're also looking to partner with local businesses, local corporations, and local sponsors.
So the goals of our year, of the school of this coming year, is increase production. Goal number 2 is increase accuracy. Goal number 3 is securing grant money. And goal number 4 is to increase offerings at our site. First is to increase production. Some of the ideas that we've worked with is partnering with the local retirement community. They've asked us to do outreach by bringing a laptop lab into some retirement communities and doing taxes for the elderly. Secondly is combining forces with local ethnic organizations in Long Beach such as the Filipino Migrants Association and the Cambodian Association. We've also talked about figuring out ways to get increasing number of students to have their taxes done here at Long Beach Poly instead of either not filing or just filing on their parents' returns and not getting their money back. This is next year's student director, Lionel Tiscareno.
My name is Lionel Tiscareno, and I am a junior. The biggest problems this year, I believe, were on big events when we had lots of returns. It was just kind of hectic, and people were just running around and just switching between returns and stuff. So next year, we plan to stay completely managed and be on top of stuff on time.
While it is true that many of our rejections happen on our busiest days, our leaders for next year, Lionel, Eamon, and Matthew, will be working on a process to determine which is our most common mistakes for rejections and processes by which we can avoid them.
Next is to secure grants. We're working presently on 501c3 status. We're trying to develop a fund through membership donations, not from clients, but from members who are willing to donate by sponsoring a return. And to start a capital campaign this year, which we've reached out to several people with connections in the city, so that we can work towards a matching IRS grant starting in 2017. Lastly, we want to increase our services. We've already made contact and partnership with a Covered California site that's going to be working with us in the future. We are going to be working with someone to try to bring the My IRA signups that President Obama recently announced. And we are hoping to partner with a credit union, either a local one or self-help from North Carolina, to work together. So, although we've had many successes over the last 4 years, we believe the future is only bright for the Long Beach Poly Vita tax site.